bad baseball teams that just randomly became good. So earlier in June, the Miami Marlins were basically the laughingstock of Major League Baseball. The team was coming off a 100-loss season, and nobody expected much from them this year. Their roster was full of young players barely anyone had heard of, and even their most loyal fans were just hoping the team would avoid another embarrassing season, even though the start of their 2025 season was anything but glamorous. But then, out of nowhere, something wild started happening. You see, the team got a new manager earlier that season in Clayton McCullough, and although it took some time, he had a huge impact. He came over from the Dodgers, where he was part of a World Series winning staff, and McCullough focused on player development and building a new team culture. So eventually, all those young players who were just supposed to fill out the roster started getting better right before everyone's eyes, and the Marlins suddenly caught fire. On June 22nd, they beat the Atlanta Braves, and that win kicked off a streak that nobody saw coming as the Marlins just kept winning and winning. By the time they finished their road trip, they had won every single game, which was something the franchise had never done before on a road trip of 6 or more games. But this wasn't even the craziest part. The thing is, the Marlins were not just squeaking by. They started blowing teams out. Their offense exploded, and they averaged more than 7 runs per game during the streak. Kyle Stowers became a breakout star, hitting home runs and driving in runs almost every night. Meanwhile, their pitching was lights out, and Edward Cabrera threw a 7-inning shutout against the Twins, striking out 6 and only giving up 2 hits. That was the longest start by any Marlins pitcher all season. But even with all this success, there was one more twist. What I mean is that the Marlins' 8-game winning streak brought them back to life. Although it may be too late to make the playoffs this year,